The 1992 James Hardy 12 Hour is proudly brought to you by James Hardy Industries, Caltex, Perco.
Yes, and of course there are 6 classes here in the James Hardy 12 Hour, and leading the sports car class at the moment is the MR2. And one of the co-drivers of that is Rick Wade. Good afternoon. Rick Bates, I should say. Good afternoon.
How are you, mate?
Excellent. I must say you expected to go very well.
Yeah, we didn't have any trouble through practice at all, and we predicted that a few of the top cars would have trouble, and we always thought we'd be in the top 10, and we're hoping to finish as high as 6, and at the moment we're lying 8, so we're getting close to our goal.
Now, your car last year was the only car in the race that went through the rears brakes quicker than the fronts. How are you going this year?
This year we've got a pad from Japan actually, and it's wearing very well, and we don't intend to make a stop at all. So this year we've got, the MR2's got bigger brakes this year.
This has been a good race for you. Last year you won your class also in a Celica with your twin brother Neil.
Yeah, that's right.
Now what's happened to him? Has he dumped you or you dumped him?
No, we've got separate drives this year, and he was in an outright car in the Supra. They qualified third, but they had brake trouble this morning. They're on in a fair way back now.
And there's your car right now, looking pretty good too.
Yeah, it's we've run around without any trouble all day, and it's just making places and places as the hours go by.
Yeah, the hours you say they go by. You've driven in this race last year. The drivers seem to be pretty keen on it.
Yeah, it is a really good race. It's a lot more affordable than what the 2's 1000 is, and that's why we're getting full fields. And with 3 drivers, it gives sort of a lot more drivers a go as well. So, and it's more back to driver school rather than who's got the best car.
Right now, there's the Mazda. Yeah, Bertie, just explain.
Car number 28, one of the sports car class cars, and this is of course the one that Rick Bates is driving, along with New South Wales Sports Sedan competitor Keith Carling and Jeff Morgan. The pretty little Toyota MR2 mid-engine car, and it's just all day without the slightest hint of trouble, and only a 2.2-litre non-turbo engine been working its way forward steadily and reliably, and it's now 8th outright, as well as leading the class. It's covered 192 laps, and it's 3 laps ahead of the next car, which is car 29 in that class, the Peter Whittaker, Calvin Gardner, Peter Hopwood Toyota MR2. It's a great performance.
It's a great battle too, although the Honda CRX, who has been traditionally very fast in this class of racing, Ken Douglas, but can't quite match it here at the mountain against the MR2.
No, and I think the latest model MR2 that these guys are running has in fact given them an extra advantage in that Toyota have upgraded the handling even further, better rear tyre package, better suspension tuning, and because this class you have to run very standard suspensions, well, that's a bonus.
Not a bad comeback for Hoppy either. Peter Hopwood is back up to 2nd in the class in the MR2. That was the car that was bucketed in the sand at the end of Commonwealth Straight earlier today.
It's a bit surprising that they got it out that quickly. Normally they sit there and languish for a quarter of an hour, half an hour, but he obviously had his bucket in the boot and dug it out.
There's a nice little proviso in the regulations that they're allowed to get official help to move the car for safety reasons, aren't they? And it would have been whacked by another car if it had remained there.
I'd be very sure that that's in fact what Peter was arguing with the officials about, that yes, he really didn't want the car to be out there so it could be back in the race. It was just for safety.
Have a look at this pretty little mini Ferrari as it whistles across the top of the circuit. Such an attractive little road car, very clever in its packaging. A little boot in behind the engine there, that lifts up with the rear wing on that deck. The vented structure in behind the rear window is the actual access to the engine. Underbonnet, spare tyre, and some of the some more luggage space.
Rick Bates is from Canberra, won the Alan Grice Search for a Champion back in 1990. That's how he got his start in motorsport.
And somebody's decided to park a car down near Forest Elbow.
Looks very much like one of the Hyundais. We'll confirm that in a second. Here we go.
And one of the Citroens. So they were all running well. It is the second car in that class, number 14. That's the car being driven by Glenn McIntyre, Graham Gulson and John Wright. And so it's come to a rest there. And Rick Bates. Can you hear me, Will Hagan?
Yeah, I can hear you, no problem.
How are you going? Are you busy?
No, it's all right. I've just passed Peter Brook in the third game.
almost sort of taking people by surprise, your 8th outright. Have you had any problems?
No, we haven't had any problems besides the front suspension in the car's not really too good, and it'll make it to the finish, no problem.
Being a mid-engine car, it must be one of the more responsive, fun cars to chuck around the mountain track.
Yeah, it's a little bit frustrating to drive, say the 2-litre, it's not that fast in a straight line, then it's built the top of the mountain and under brake, it's very fast.
So you're putting everything into it where you can make up some ground on the cars with more straight line speed.
Yeah, you can. Like we are lapping this week with some of the fancier cars, even though we haven't got the straight line speed, because our cars, it's still in very good condition, whereas a lot of the other cars are running around pretty wounded, I think.
Rick, you were trying to make it through, I think, when I was talking to John Smith earlier yesterday, without having to, or with only having to make one stop for tyres and pads. Is that the case?
Part of the journey over, you've made it to the top of the mountain. Now you can really try to build up some speed in the little 2-litre.
Yeah, that's right. I've got these big guns and hills and waves are coming up behind me, but it's not a massive block here at all. It'll pass me going down Conroy straight.
What's your top speed done, Conroy?
216, whereas the secret is going around 235, 240.
And how do you go through the kink at the end there into the Caltex chase?
We hold a flat through there.
Flat all the way. That must be a little bit exciting, a bit teetery.
Yeah, once you hold a flat through there, as soon as you get the car in a straight line, it's hard on the mix to pull up the chase.
Well, there's not much difference in the engine in your two cars, except that one's got a little turbocharger on the outside, that one looming up behind you, and that's the thing that makes the difference. It's about to blow you away. Moving up and down a little bit there. Is it a fairly firmly sprung car?
Yeah, we've got front suspension control left wide. Wasn't like that at the start of the race, but it's not really affecting the left arm much. It's just not as right.
All right, Rick. Well, look, thank you. Lovely to talk to you. And we'll get back to you later in the race. In 8th place outright, leading the sports car class, car number 28. And let's have a look at the cars that aren't still with us in this section.
Couple of hours to go too. Colin Bond there with the Saab.
And he was in last year, one of these, except that it was the earlier model. This looks the same, but it's been updated so successfully that it's pretty much through the day dominated the sports car class. They've decided that the engines in the sports car class should be no bigger than 2.2 litres. This goes close to that, but in fact the Honda CRX that it's up against, which has been replaced overseas and which will be replaced in Australia in a couple of weeks' time, has just a 1.6-litre engine. But this pretty little mid-engine car, the car that took Colin Bond to his class win last year, and where are we? I can't find where he was, but Colin Bond came into a good result last year, 6th outright in a Toyota MR2, and blow me down, this one is running 8th outright at the moment with just under 2 hours remaining. So very similar performance, but a very much more competitive field this year, and indeed where last year the Bond car was the only one that was near the MR2. This year there's a couple of those, and there's more CRXs as well, so it's a much more competitive area. One of the cars that you'll probably see in the near future is